interest and use that information to take the clutter out of their lives and just deliver messages to them that are of interest to them. But when we found out that we were gathering this information sort of behind our backs without them knowing it, we got a big backlash. And I think it's interesting that we haven't developed any kind of laws or any mechanism to deal with that dynamic. And now here we are faced with the same problem again.
Smash.
Particularly facial recognition seems to have a little bit of a tweak there. Well, I mean, there's no doubt this has a big brother aspect to it. But again, the idea that, in 2014, that the FBI is going to flip the switch on and, 40-way cameras are going to start watching people for dropping gum on the sidewalk. Yeah, nobody did that. Intent of the program. Again, this is to an outlook. I think this program, which is based on all the fingerprinting, is determined and define criminals to bring those people to justice. I think we have to think around in this conversation. Again, it's so important that we don't run to a respectable corners and try to have the conversation from there. We have to have the conversation that they don't have to solve this. They solve the conflict that they're pulling out there. Every day,
Whoa, is it raining and the water is going under the brook? Well, it will be in a minute. This is my wife's cousin's house. Talk about a house in the woods. Cut the grass? What's that? What a house in the woods. Can you believe it? A stone house buried in the woods. I'm getting soaked. Not as buried as you think. There's a store right across the street, bankrupt, with the gutter coming out of the window. Yep, alright. And the interstate's right there. Oh, we're having a greenie. I got some water in the lens. Hang on a second. Can't understand why I'd have water on the lens. There we go. Oh, yeah. Grab it, Muggs. Get back in your carrier. There's that water coming out of the window. Yeah, they must have a big leak in the roof. They just put a pan to catch the water and direct it out the window. That's funny. What a piece of junk place. Garbage. Roads falling away. Alright, we're going to try and find my wife's cousin. Get some lawn furniture. Late in the season for that. What movie did you see last night there?
Not at that one, at the one.
Inshallah. That's supposed to be a good movie.
What one?
I can't remember what it's about. Inshallah. Uh-oh. What is the problem here, Mr. Muggs? Did you lose your greenie? Stop. That's the first movie I ever had a date at. Went to that theater at summer camp. Queen of Versailles. Went to that movie theater when I was probably 12 years old with a so-called girlfriend. Things got kind of steamy. There it is. Yeah. 35 years later, I guess. 40 years later. Almost 40 years later. Still there. Cinema Pine. Yeah. Pine Cinema. That's a long time ago. Nice mural. Wow, is it coming down? I just got a day-old bread, half price. I was short 5 cents, so I got 95 cents change back from my loonie. It's raining inside the truck. Check this out. Soaking wet. Yeah, water's dripping down. There, onto the cup holder. And there's Mr. Muggs. back in the dash. This radio's such a piece of junk. And it's pouring, and the rain's pouring through my straps, holding the kayak, and the socks are soaked, and the towel's soaked, and my suit, everything is soaked. It's raining inside the truck. Drip. Boy, is it raining since 10 o'clock this morning. So that's 6 hours of continuous heavy rain. Mustang. I hate